Reddit, what is your most disturbing, scary, or creepy real story? Serious. I was walking through the woods off the beaten track a bit, and I smelled this really overpowering sweet smell. Being nosy, I pulled back the undergrowth to have a look, and found a dead body. The guy had clearly been there a while and wasn't looking great, all swollen and green and black with various runny bits. The local wildlife had also been dining well for a few days. I called the police, who told me to wait with the body until they arrived. Being in the middle of nowhere, it took a while for them to arrive, and it got dark, and I was just sat there in the dark with him for a long time. It turned out he had committed suicide. For a long time afterwards I had dreams about him, and he would talk to me, and not nice things. Mainly about how he was angry I had disturbed his resting place and he wanted me to kill myself. Probably just my imagination, but all pretty disturbing at the time. He still turns up in my dreams from time to time, and no doubt will be tonight after typing this. Holy shit. Smelled sweet. Difficult to describe, sort of like rotting lamb. People say that a rotting body has a very distinctive smell, and I can see what they mean. I used to do suicide and murder cleanup. The thing that gets you about it is the smell. It's not that it's that bad, it's just that it's not as revolting as you would expect. That makes it worse. That sickly sweet aroma of dead human. This happened when I was asleep, but when I was 11, my sister, we shared a room at the time, went to the bathroom late at night. When she went back into our room, she looked through one of our windows and saw a blank white face staring at me while I slept. Keep in mind, me and my sister don't believe in Slenderman or stuff like that, but our window was one floor above ground, so whatever was there was taller than 10 feet. Anyways, my sister booked it to our bathroom and stayed there for a while. When she went back to our room, the thing was gone. One of the most creepy parts is that this was at my childhood house, which was in an area that was no service unless you had Wi-Fi. Also, we lived behind a church, so nobody really knew where we lived. I'm glad that everyone moved. This is my very first post on Reddit ever. Please let me know any suggestions. I do have many more. Please tell me if you'd like to hear them. Thank you for taking your time to read my story, honey. So, this story takes place in 2006. I'm a single mother, 28 years, of two. A girl, 8 years, and boy, 2 years. My car was crappy and unreliable, so we opted to go camping locally at a chain of campgrounds just outside our city. We've done this place before at least once a year, since our eldest children were toddlers. That place is nice. Clean, with a pool, bicycles, playground, small open field and river for canoeing/kayaking/ catch and release tadpoles, frogs, and manus. During the day it was beautiful and hot, 30°C. The lots are wooded for privacy and hammocks if you wish. We strung up a cloths line for wet swimwear and towels. We had on-site water, electrical outlet and a fire pit. Excellent for camping with toddlers. We arrived after a 40-minute drive. Our site was across from the playground area. I sent the kids to play, while I cracked a beer and set up our small 4-person tent with an inflatable air mattress. The entire first day was wonderful. The kids played, I had another beer as we waited for our friends to arrive. Another single mother, 28 years, and her 2 boys, 8 years and 3 years. While she set up her own tent at the adjoining site, I handed her a cold beer and took the kids for a walk to see the grounds and get ice cream before dinner, cause you know it's camping. The place was very small, as campgrounds go for fellow Canadians. It was cute and a perfect getaway if you just need to get out but don't have time to drive far. We knew to keep all food inside our car's trunk overnight, as there are raccoons, feral cats and rats, they'll mess your shit up. So, yeah. During our walk I read the trash bins, glass, and metals, garbage, and compost. Make sure the lid is closed and latched. These bins were about 200 feet from our site. Small groups of trees and a road are between us, so it never smelled on the hottest days. After swimming, dinner, restroom stops and a bonfire with s'mores and hot chocolate, we ship the kids to bed. I'm sleeping with mine. She's sleeping with hers. Us adults stay up and gossip about our week and what we are planning for the coming weeks. All the campground is slowing down and the night noises are on full blast. Peep of frogs, crickets and the odd owl. As 10:30 PM nears, we are zonked and decide to call it a night. taking turns staying with the kids, so we girls get our bedtime potty break. Sleep comes fast. I've had 4 beer over 7 hours after running around all week. Our sleep was deep and we all felt very safe. However, it's pitch black outside, no lights, no moon, we are under large evergreen trees in the woods. When suddenly I'm awakened by a very loud snap bang. Our whole tent shakes, and on my side the tent it just sags inwards, and stayed that way. My eyes shoot open, and I hear large footsteps right above my head. Outside the tent something very large is walking around the entire tent. I'm unarmed alone with 2 small children. My thoughts are WTF. And oh shit, I have to pee, not now. But I didn't move. Instead I laid with my mixture of fear and confusion wondering what is that. It took what sounded like to lapse around the tent and then stopped all noises. Focusing on waking up more, it hits me. It had to be a raccoon. They can get pretty big and noisy. I'm not a fearful woman and I respect the woods. But something about this felt wrong. We are so close to the city. What else could it be? A sinking feeling washes over me. What if it was a man? Drunk and stumbling around in the dark, up to no good. Looking for trouble? Oh no. I stayed put, watched my angels sleep, waiting for that first crack of dawn. Keep in mind, I'm in Canada. We don't usually carry guns. I had knives. Oh wait, those are in the locked car. Sigh, my bladder is screaming at me to just go already. When I mustered up the courage, I stepped out into the sunshine. The first thing I noticed was something very large had broken our new tent pole, smashed it in half completely. It exploded with a force that was used, splintered from top to bottom. No amount of glue would ever repair it. The broken pole screwed up the structure of the tent, causing it to collapse in on my side. BTW, brand new tent. First time using it, 0 wear and tear, crushed by air. The part that was broken was closest to the ground. But what made me near shit my pants were the tracks in the dirt all around our tiny little tent. Those were not of a large raccoon. Nope, a large bear. A fucking bear had been my alarm clock. Blood drained from my face as I sat down, shocked. Tents are nylon, people. Were we saved by a thin piece of waterproof nylon? Or did the bear not smell anything worthwhile? We came out of this situation without a scratch. The kids slept through it all. Later that morning around 8 AM the front office told us that the park was having issues this year with a massive black bear. Loads of people have seen it. They thought we knew. Holy fuck. In the end, the massive bear walked around us and broke our tent, but kindly left us this story. Long deep sigh. Carry bear spray with you and inside your tent at all times when camping. No matter what. Better to be safe and not sorry. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe so I can afford to buy VR.